Good morning, children. Let us begin. Very important and very interesting chapter. Lesson number 9, Air We Breathe. All living things need air. No living being can survive without air for more than a few minutes. We all know that air is very important for us, and we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. Air is present everywhere around us, but we cannot see it. It is invisible, but we can feel air. Isn't it, children? We feel its presence in so many ways. We noticed it when the leaves of the trees rattle or the clothes hanging on the clothesline sway or the pages of an open book begin fluttering. It is all because of air. Moving air is called wind. When air is moving, it is called wind. You can see in the picture that wind is blowing. Children, today we are going to do many activities. This is activity number 1. You can also try it at home. Take an empty glass bottle, turn it upside down. Is something there in it? Now dip the open mouth of the bottle straight into a bucket full of water. You have to just take the empty glass and you have to put it inside the bucket full of water. Does water enter the bottle? You have to see that is water is entering into the bottle if you are keeping it upside down. Is there anything in this empty bottle? Can you answer this, children? Yes, it is air. You will see that water is not entering into the glass bottle. Now tilt the bottle slightly. So when you are going to tilt the bottle slightly, you will see air bubbles start coming out of the bottle and water starts filling the bottle. See, children, you are doing this. First, you are taking the empty glass bottle and you are dipping it into a bucket full of water upside down. You will see that water is not going into the bottle. When you are going to tilt the bottle little, you will see that air bubbles are coming out and water is rushing into the bottle. Now let us see, children, why it happened. Actually, the empty bottle was not empty. It was completely filled with air. This activity shows that air occupies space. Air has no color and one can see through the bottle. The air found an escape route and moved out of the bottle and water filled up the empty space. It is transparent also. I hope, children, you have understood that air takes space. It is transparent. We cannot see air, but we can feel air. Let us see this experiment Again.
Air takes space. It is a known fact that humans, along with other living beings, breathe air to live. Air is colorless and cannot be seen, but its presence can be felt everywhere. The following activity demonstrates that air takes space. Find out if an empty bottle is really empty or not. Take an empty glass bottle, invert this bottle into a bucket filled with water. You will notice that water doesn't completely occupy the bottle and a large part of the bottle remains empty. This is due to the presence of air inside the bottle, which doesn't allow the water to fill the bottle. Now incline the bottle slightly. Bubbles are observed coming out of the bottle, which burst on reaching the surface. These bubbles are nothing but air present in the bottle, which escapes when the bottle is inclined. The air couldn't escape from the bottle when the bottle is immersed upright into the bucket, gets displaced by the water which enters the bottle when the bottle is inclined. Gradually, the water fills the bottle entirely and the flow of bubbles from the bottle stops. This shows that air takes space.
Children, with another example, we can prove that yes, air takes space. It is very simple. I hope all of you have done this before. We can also prove the presence of air by using a balloon. Before it is inflated, the balloon is shapeless. You must have played with balloon, so you have seen that balloon is shapeless first of all. When you blow air into it, it becomes round and firm. How does this happen? It's the air. Yes, children, you are blowing air inside the balloon and it is taking the shape like this. Children, now let us learn the characteristics of air. Air occupies space. Air occupies space. This we have already done it before. Air has weight. Air is very light, but it does have weight. You cannot say that air doesn't have weight. It has weight, but it is very light. In fact, the weight of the air pressing on you is not felt. Isn't it, children? Children, let us do activity 2. In this activity, you need two balloons and you have to blow air into them. Tie them on either side of a stick. Take a long stick with the help of the thread. Remember, the size of the thread should be same. Find the middle of the stick and tie another thread. Hang it. You have to hang both the balloons on either side of the thread. What do you see now? Both the balloons are at the same level. Then take a needle and prick one of the balloons with it. What do you observe? The arm of the stick with the empty balloon is tailed upwards. Now, what does this show? This shows that balloon with the air in it is heavier than the empty balloon. Children, you can see this in the diagram also. In diagram A, you have tied up two balloons on the either side of the stick and you are holding it on the middle. You will see that both the balloons are at the same level in diagram A. But in diagram B, what is happening? After you have pricked the balloon with the help of a needle, this balloon is coming down. Why it is happening? Because air is inside this balloon. This shows that air has weight. Air exerts pressure. You have learned earlier that the earth is surrounded by a layer of air called atmosphere. I hope you already know that the layer of air surrounded our earth is called atmosphere. The gravity of the earth pulls this atmosphere towards it. There is a gravity of the earth that pulls the atmosphere towards the earth. Thus, air pushes downwards on everything. So, it is like that air is exerting pressure on each and every thing. The weight of the air acting on a surface causes air pressure. Now, let us do the third activity. Take a plastic bottle and make some holes at the bottom of that bottle. Remember children, you have to take old plastic bottle. Fill the bottle with water and put the cap on its mouth. What do you see? Does the water comes out of the holes? You will see when you have put it the cap on its mouth, the water is not coming out of the holes. Now remove the cap. What do you find? Water starts flowing from the holes. Why? When we remove the cap, the air enters the bottle and causes pressure on the surface of water. The water starts coming out through the holes. This proves that air exerts pressure on each and everything. Children, this is the bottle we have taken. Can you see the bottle here? And we have made holes at the bottom of the bottle, tiny holes. Now we will fill the bottle with water and put the cap on it. Can you see? The cap is there and we have filled the bottle with water. You will see that water is not coming out from the holes. And when you are opening the cap, what is happening? The water is coming out of the holes. This proves that air exerts pressure, and when air is exerting pressure, the water is coming out of the holes. I hope children you have understood the characteristics of air and you have enjoyed the three activities done. Thank you children for watching.